You know, sometimes the fate of entire realities hinges on the most unexpected things, things you'd never, ever imagine.
Absolutely. Like maybe a guy in a bright red suit, famous for breaking the fourth wall, maybe slicing up some bad guys.
Exactly. And suddenly he's trying to sell you a used minivan.
It sounds absurd.
It is absurd. And that, my friends, is exactly the bizarre and, frankly, brilliant premise we're diving into today.
Yeah, we are about to unpack a stack of source material unlike anything we've looked at before. Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Forget your usual research papers or, academic articles. Today, our deep dive takes us straight into, well, the fabric of cinematic storytelling itself.
We are dissecting the actual script of one of the most anticipated films of the year.
That's right. We're talking about the screenplay for Deadpool and Wolverine.
And this isn't just like a summary or a review. It's a direct, unvarnished look into the narrative, the themes, the core of what promises to be a truly wild ride.
Hilarious, yeah, but also surprisingly poignant, I think. By looking at the script itself, we get to see the choices the writers made, the intentions, the raw comedic beats, the emotional stuff before it even hits the screen.
So our mission today, then, is to basically extract the surprising nuggets of knowledge, maybe some insight, hidden within these pages.
We'll be exploring some pretty profound themes, actually, like what is heroism, really? Sacrifice, self-worth, finding your purpose.
And how maybe the most unexpected paths can lead to some kind of redemption.
Definitely. All while navigating a journey that is, let's just say, bizarre and incredibly funny. It feels like it's pushing the boundaries of what a superhero story can even be.
Okay, let's unpack this. Let's see what this script reveals about these characters, this universe, and maybe ourselves. So we kick things off not with a bang, really, but more like a quiet desperation. We find Wade Wilson in the most un-Deadpool situation you could possibly imagine.
Yeah, it's on Earth 1005, according to the script.
Yeah.
And he's working at DriveVax, a used car dealership.
Right. What's so, I don't know, jarring about seeing this Wade right out of the gate?
It's just such a stark contrast, isn't it? Almost painful, really, compared to his past as the merc with a mouth. The script immediately grounds his, deep dissatisfaction in these hilarious, specific, almost pathetic details.
It's her hair.
Oh, the hair. He's trying to look presentable for sales, right? So he's stapling on a chestnut toupee. You get this sound effect in the script, shunk, shunk, shunk of the stapler. It's this grim, ironic beat playing under George Michael's Freedom 90.
Oh my God. And the Skechers shape-ups.
It's just shape-ups. I mean, come on. And Merkin eyebrows. It's not just throwaway jokes, It paints this vivid picture of a guy actively trying to suppress who he really is. It's like this dark humor about just existential dread.
His sales pitches are, wow, painfully awkward, like peak cringe. He's trying to convince this poor family the Kia Carnival is an MPV, not a minivan.
Because, and I quote, everybody gets to keep their testicles.
He actually says that.
Yeah.
It just shows he can't really conform, can he? Even when he's trying his absolute hardest to be normal, he just can't help being Wade.
And this whole aim for the middle philosophy he's adopted, it's not just a setup. It's like a deep subversion of the typical superhero path. The script uses his mundane desperation to show that maybe true heroism isn't always about, cosmic battles.
Maybe it's about finding purpose, even when things are deeply uncomfortable. Unheroic, even.
Exactly. It makes you rethink what mattering really means. Is it about being famous? Or is it something way more personal, maybe even painful?
And you've got Peter there, too, his buddy, former X-Force guy.
Loyal friend Peter, yeah. And he keeps the Deadpool suit in his locker at the dealership. It's this subtle hint of that lost purpose, right? This power. Wade is actively trying to just push down.
Peter practically wants him to put it back on, doesn't he? You can feel it, but Wade's just like, no, I'm done. I'm fine with being done.
He really believes he's found his right fit in just being average, which sets up this huge tension. Can you really escape who you are? Especially when who you are is tied to, well, as we find out, the fate of everything.
Which brings us to his birthday party.
Yes. The party. It's this gathering of all the people we love, right?
Yeah.
Lindell, Vanessa, Dopinder, Colossus, NTW, Yukio, Shatterstar, Buck.
The whole crew. But even with everyone there, Wade's forcing the cheerfulness. You can just feel this sadness underneath it all. The script is really good at using humor as like a mask for his unhappiness.
Oh, the humor definitely comes through. Blind Al asking if he wants to do some coke.
Yeah, and listing all the slang. Bolivian marching powder, a white girl interrupted.
It's ridiculous. Or Colossus admitting he watches Great British Bake Off.
Which is perfect. And NTW immediately calling out his hair system.
Yeah, nice toupee. These aren't just gags, though. They show the comfort he has with this chosen family, but also that he can't really hide how miserable he is from them. They see right through it.
But under the jokes, you get the real emotional gut punch. Vanessa.
Vanessa, yeah. She casually mentions she got a promotion, and she's seeing someone new, a guy named Dermot.
It's so poignant. Just a painful reminder of everything Wade lost. And he's trying so hard, almost pathetically, to connect with her, show her he's okay.
And this is where the script just peels back the comedy layer, you know, exposes this raw, vulnerable Wade.
And Vanessa, maybe she doesn't even realize how much it hurts, but she just says it. You'll never fucking matter.
Ugh. Yeah, that line just echoes through the whole script, doesn't it? It's like the ultimate blow, hitting his deepest insecurity.
It's not just her dumping him again. It confirms his biggest fear.
Yeah.
And it sets up everything that follows, his whole desperate need to prove her wrong.
And right on cue, the interruption, the Time Variance Authority, the TVA Minutemen just burst in.
Total disruption to his carefully built, sad little life.
And the irony is just perfect. He tried to escape his extraordinary past, and the extraordinary just comes crashing back in, literally dragging him out.
And Wade, being Wade, he has to make jokes, right? Calls them cop costumes, cracks a line about pegging and Disney.
Classic Deadpool, even facing down interdimensional cops.
But it doesn't work. They prune him. And that final visual gag, his toupee, just falls off as he vanishes.
His last shred of normalcy literally falling apart. Perfect.
So he wakes up at the TVA assessment room, and he's face-to-face with Mr. Paradox.
Mr. Paradox. Dapper guy, right? But he's got the voice of, like, a super chill yoga instructor, which is immediately unsettling.
And his first line to Wade.
Mr. Wilson, you appear to have soiled yourself while unconscious.
Oh, my God. Beyond the shock value, it just perfectly sets up the TVA's whole vibe, doesn't it? Clinical, dismissive, like pruned people or just messy paperwork.
Total contrast to Wade's chaos. Hilarious, though.
And right away, Paradox just launches into the exposition dump. TVA, sacred timeline.
Defending it with a throwback, ironic twist.
And Wade calls it out immediately. That's a shit ton of exposition for a threequel. The script is so self-aware here, winking at the audience, acknowledging the world building while making fun of it.
Then Paradox drops the bomb. Wade is special, chosen for a higher purpose. Could save the sacred timeline, maybe even get avenged.
Which is exactly what Wade wants to hear, right?
Yeah.
Plays right into that desire to matter, the very thing Vanessa just threw in his face.
It's the perfect bait, offering him exactly what he thinks he wants, but for reasons he has no clue about yet.
And the visual bait they use. Genius. Yeah. Those monitors showing classic MCU scenes, Iron Man, Hawkeye, the airport battle, Captain America.
Wade's reaction is just immediate, visceral. He salutes, there's a tear, he whispers, Cap.
It's such a key moment. Peels back the cynical Deadpool layer to show this genuine, almost childlike reverence for that kind of earnest heroism.
It makes his later journey towards a more, let's say, complex kind of heroism even more impactful. You see the sincerity hiding under all the snark.
It is powerful, but then there's that quick flash, that disturbing image, Thor crying, holding a battered Deadpool.
Yeah, just a flicker. And Wade's instantly curious, why is Thor crying?
It's not just a funny beat. It's brilliant foreshadowing. Hints at some future sacrifice, maybe trauma, that connects right back to Wade's need to matter.
It's a quick, sharp reminder that even in this crazy comedy, there are real stakes, real emotion.
Paradox changes the subject fast, but the idea is planted. Wade's being offered this chance to join the greatest universe of all, to finally matter.
And his reaction is pure Wade, over the top. He declares himself Marvel Jesus.
And then he literally headbutts the camera lens, cracks the glass.
It's not just a gag, right? It's like this physical explosion of his desperation and excitement, literally breaking through the reality of the film to grab this chance.
This is where things get really interesting.
Okay, so Wade's had his Marvel Jesus moment. He gets fitted for this new kind of Avengers-y Deadpool suit,
which he immediately struts around in like he's on a runway, totally convinced he's the most important person ever.
And then Mr. Paradox delivers the ultimate gut punch, just pulls the rug right out from under him.
This is where the real conflict locks in, right? And the script starts digging into its deeper themes.
Exactly. Paradox reveals Wade's universe, Earth 1005, is dying, but not because of his midlife crisis, which Wade totally assumed was the case.
He really thought it was all about him.
Oh, completely. No, Paradox explains it's dying because it lost its anchor being.
An anchor being. What exactly is that?
It's this fascinating concept, an entity, a person who is so vital that their death causes their entire world to just slowly wither away, fade out of existence.
Wow. So the fate of a whole reality tied to one person.
Precisely. It gives this profound weight to, individual heroic acts, or maybe just individual existence.
And the screen shows his Fox universe decaying, this dark, sickly, dead zone. Wade naturally tries to joke his way out, still thinking it's him.
Just a little midlife crisis, still clinging to that ego, but then Paradox just bursts that bubble. He actually laughs.
Yeah, he says something like, "Oh my God, can you imagine if you were the anchor being, HA? No?"
So cruel, right? And then the truth bomb, the anchor being isn't Wade, it's Logan, the Wolverine.
The Wolverine.
His death in Logan, the movie, was that act of self-sacrifice so epic that it sent shivers down the timeline. They even showed the scene of Logan dying on the monitor.
Oh, that hits hard. For the audience, sure, but especially for Wade, who kind of idolizes those traditional heroes, his ego just shatters right there.
Totally reshapes his whole mission. And it gets worse.
Because Paradox isn't going to let it decay naturally over thousands of years.
Nope. He wants to speed it up. He's got this accelerant called the Time Ripper, cleansed to basically mercy kill Wade's entire universe in 72 hours.
And his reasoning is chilling. He sees himself as the gardener of the sacred timeline, just pulling out the weeds.
It shows this cold, bureaucratic evil. Realities aren't lives. They're just inconveniences to be pruned if they don't fit the plan. Paradox secretly wants to be the TVA, making these ruthless cuts.
So this changes everything for Wade. He's not trying to matter for himself anymore, not chasing Avengers glory.
Suddenly it's selfless. He needs to save his friends, his world. His immediate thought is, find a Wolverine. Any Wolverine. Drag him back. Fix this.
It's a huge turning point for him. Pushes him way beyond the usual self-serving jokes.
Which leads to maybe the most unhinged escape sequence ever filmed.
Oh my God, the escape from the TVA.
Yeah.
It sets the tone for the whole script, doesn't it? Audacious, irreverent.
And morbidly hilarious. Deadpool, desperate, literally uses Logan's adamantium skeleton as weapon.
The script calls it wanton violence with a whiff of necrophilia. I mean,
we're talking rib bones with the Marvel Cinematic Universe presents engraved on them, thigh bones as nunchucks, Logan's pelvis as a shield.
And the opening credits appearing on the bones as he's using them to beat up TVA agents. That's next level meta. Only Deadpool could pull that off.
But the script points out he kind of sucks at it initially. Messy, inelegant. He stabs himself almost as much as the bad guys.
Which is important. He's not Wolverine. He can't just be Logan. His chaos is different. His journey is about finding his own way.
Exactly. But his determination wins out, fueled by seeing his world dying.
And then begins the Wolverine shopping spree. Across the multiverse.
Oh, this montage is glorious. Just absurd. It skewers and celebrates Wolverine's whole history.
You got the hairy little Loretten, the short, comic-accurate Wolvie.
Right, and Age of Apocalypse Wolverine, where everything's on fire. Just a quick, funny glimpse.
Patch in the casino, the eye patch, the tux. Deep cut for the comic fans.
Encounters Old Man Logan, gets shot off the porch, a nod to that bleak storyline.
The crucified Wolverine on the Skull X. That's a powerful, grim image.
Yeah, taps into that whole suffering, messianic vibe the character sometimes has. And the brown and yellow Wolverine getting punched by Hulk, classic comic panel moment.
And my absolute favorite, Hopperine, the David Harbour-ish Wolverine.
And Deadpool's thought bubble. If things don't pan out with you... Peak meta. The script knows exactly what it's doing, playing with casting rumors, audience knowledge.
He uses these quick hits to show how desperate Wade is, the vastness of the multiverse, and wink at Wolverine's whole pop culture legacy. It's brilliant.
But the one he finally finds is not the most impressive variant, is it?
No way. He finds this depressed loner Wolverine in some dingy Canadian bar.
Yeah.
Just perpetually drunk, totally haunted.
The dialogue says it all. I know you, lub. And Wade's assessment. Whiskey dick of the claws.
This is not the hero we remember. He's broken.
Utterly wrecked. But even though Paradox called this the worst Wolverine, Wade is locked in. He hoists the unconscious Logan over his shoulder.
And you see that hint of the blue and yellow suit under his jacket.
Yeah. Such a great visual cue. Suggests the real Wolverine, the X-Man ideal, is still buried in there somewhere.
Wade's found his Wolverine. Maybe the only one broken enough to go on this particular journey of redemption.
Yeah.
For both of them.
Okay, so Wade's got his unconscious, very unhappy Wolverine, and they arrive in the void.
Which the script describes as a metaphysical junkyard. It's this apocalyptic wasteland just littered with junk from history, from Marvel lore.
It's basically purgatory for pruned timelines, right? A place where discarded realities and forgotten things end up. It's a powerful metaphor for loss. oblivion, but maybe also a chance for a second life.
Yeah, and Jonathan Byers explains it's where useless things go before Alioth gets them.
Alioth, who is definitely a big purple cloud monster.
Can't forget that detail. So it's not just a junkyard. It's like a holding pen before total annihilation. Stakes are high.
And they're trapped in the spherical cage getting dragged towards Cassandra Nova's HQ, which is inside the massive carcass of a giant skeleton.
IAP sets the tone for who's in charge here. Decaying grandeur, maybe.
Definitely macabre. And then the reveal. Cassandra Nova, Charles Xavier's twin sister. Bald head, wheelchair.
But then she just stands up and walks, chilling.
And her origin story. Tried to strangle Xavier with her own umbilical cord in the womb. That establishes her instantly. This deep, primal hatred for her brother and everything he stood for. Peace, hope, all of it.
Gives her real weight, makes her terrifyingly focused, not just a random villain.
And she has this weirdly cheerful vibe, but it's just a mask for some serious cruelty. It's unnerving.
Her power lets her get inside minds, mess with emotions, but she likes getting her hands dirty, literally plunging her fingers into people's skulls.
It's visceral. It shows she doesn't just control minds. She enjoys violating them, enjoys the suffering.
And we see just how nasty that power is, especially when Deadpool opens his big mouth. Poor Jonathan Byers.
Oh, that scene is rough. Deadpool keeps attributing worse and worse insults to Jonathan.
Until Cassandra just rips his skin off in a blink, leaving this hideous pile of gore.
And Deadpool's casual, not my favorite, Chris, afterward. Just brutal. It's shocking, darkly funny. But it really establishes Cassandra's ruthlessness and the real danger here. Even Wade's jokes have deadly consequences.
So what's Cassandra's deal? Why is she doing this?
She basically enjoys ruling the void without shame. The TVA sent her there, so she feels entitled. And she has this total contempt for the world-saving type. Sees them as weak, foolish.
Which puts her directly against Wade's new mission and Logan's whole past.
Exactly. She's the embodiment of the nihilism they're both trying to fight, in their own messed up ways. The total opposite of the selfless heroism they're stumbling towards.
But the void isn't just about her. It's where Logan's trauma really comes to the surface.
Oh, yeah. Cassandra's mind probe into Wolverine. It's not just exposition, it's raw. It excavates his deepest guilt, peels back all those layers of gruffness.
We find out he walked away from the X-Men, didn't wear the suit, he was drunk, and when he finally stumbled home, they were all dead. Hunted down.
His confession is just gutting. I started killing, and I couldn't stop. I didn't want to stop. Not just the bad ones, he admits it. I killed Xavier's dream.
It explains so much about him, why he's so full of self-loathing. His isolation isn't just a tough guy act. It's rooted in this profound failure and shame. He didn't just fail to save them. He lost himself afterwards.
And this is where the suit, the yellow and blue one he's wearing now, becomes so important.
Right. He says, this suit's all I got to remind me of who they were and what I did.
For years I wouldn't put it on, and now I'll never take it off.
Wow. That hits you right there. It transforms the costume, doesn't it? It's not about glory. It's penance. A constant, painful reminder of his failure, but also, maybe, a way to finally honor them.
It's incredibly powerful, a burden he carries, literally wears. But maybe, just maybe, a path towards self-acceptance.
But amidst all this darkness, there's a little bit of hope. Other survivors.
Yeah, the legacy heroes.
Yeah.
11, who seems kind of like Jean Grey. Billy, who's got that Punisher vibe. Gatsby, doing the Gambit playing card thing.
And surprisingly, Laura, X-23 from Logan, though they call her Lemon here.
It's a great way to bring in these fan favorites in a totally new context. Give them another chance to shine.
And they all share that same backstory, right?
Yeah.
Pruned by the TVA because
Right.
their universes were dying and they were seen as troublemakers.
Don't go quietly, as the script says. They're kindred spirits, survivors who refuse to just fade away, discarded by the cosmic order. This shared identity as pruned problems instantly bonds them.
And their motivation isn't some grand save-the-world plan.
No, it's much more personal. They want an ending, a legacy, to be remembered. 11 even says, maybe these two are our chance.
That's really powerful. They're not fighting for some hypothetical future, but to give meaning to their pasts, to make sure their lives, however messed up, mattered.
Speaks to that universal need for significance, right? Even when facing oblivion.
So what's the plan?
Simple, but crazy dangerous.
sneak into Cassandra's lair, grab Juggernaut's helmet, crucially, the only other psychic shield known after Magneto's got melted, slap it on her to block her powers.
And then force her to send them home. It's a total long shot.
But it's their only shot at taking control, to finding their own final moments. It mirrors Wade's own journey back to having a purpose, from passive victim to active rebel.
All right, buckle up, because part 4 is where it all goes down. We kick off with this ass-kicking pump-up song, the battle-scarred Honda Odyssey rolling out with its new crew.
You've got 11, Billy, Gatsby, Lemon, plus Wade and Logan. It's not just an action scene. It's like this big declaration.
Yeah.
We're not forgotten anymore. We're fighting back. And these legacy heroes, they are not messing around. They totally embrace being the troublemakers the TVA pruned.
They make this incredible stand against Cassandra's henchmen, and it's a who's who of Fox X-Men movie villains. Juggernaut, Toad, Psylocke, Lady Deathstrike.
It's like the script is paying homage to that whole Fox era while giving these villains a seriously brutal send-off.
Oh, the takedowns are specific, nasty, and kind of darkly funny, which is perfect for this movie's tone. Billy literally cuts off Toad's tongue and strangles him with it, then stabs him in the head.
Jeez. And Gatsby's cards aren't just for show. They're deadly, slicing through guys, even hitting Wolverine's flask.
And Lemon Lore, she's just vicious. Swift, brutal combat. Decapitates Juggernaut. Kills Psylocke. And the script note, she does it with this tiny hint of a smile, like she wants this fight.
It's not just violence for violence's sake, though, is it? It feels like this cathartic release for characters pushed to the edge. They're fighting for a meaningful end.
Exactly. Their goal isn't even to win the whole thing. It's to clear a path for Deadpool and Wolverine to get to Cassandra.
They're fighting for an ending, for a legacy. Making sure the main duo get the package, Juggernaut's helmet, and can get our ending.
It's really poignant. This ultimate sacrifice, not for some grand future, but to validate their own past, maybe give someone else a chance. It flips the usual superhero sacrifice on its head, makes it intensely personal.
So Wade and Logan make it inside the skull, the brain cavity. They confront Cassandra.
And she's just amused. They came back, casually tosses Deadpool around with her powers, makes it clear they can't win with just brute force.
Which sets up the critical moment. Wolverine, surprisingly, manages to get the Juggernaut helmet onto Cassandra's head.
Yeah.
Blocks her powers.
Big but. Now she can't use her powers to send them home unless they take it off. Instant catch-22.
Genius plot point. Forces them into this impossible choice. It's not just a fight, it's a moral puzzle.
And then the lie comes out. Logan, ever the cynic, figures it out. Deadpool doesn't actually know if the TVA can fix his timeline.
Wade just breaks down, and Mitsu, as an educated wish, pulls out that crumpled photo of his friends. There's only 9 people, and I have no idea how to save it alone.
Such a raw, vulnerable moment for Wade. Strips away all the jokes. You see the selfless desire underneath it all. He's admitting he's limited, he needs help.
Logan's reaction, though, explosive, just unleashes on Wade. You are a fucking joke.
Hits him with really personal stuff, too. You'll never save the world. You couldn't even save a relationship with a goddamn stripper.
Ouch. That's Logan projecting his own pain, right? His cynicism. He sees his own failures in Wade and just lashes out. Can't stand the thought of another hero messing up.
It's like holding up a mirror to both of them. Devastating for Wade, recalling what Possessa said.
And after this long, painful beat, Wade just says quietly, I'm going to fight you now.
And they do. Brutal fight inside the minivan, trashing the whole thing. The script calls it the mother of all knife fights in a phone booth, except the phone booth is a minivan.
It's not just spectacle, though. It's the climax of their whole argument, right? Releasing all that pain, frustration. Maybe even the weird trust they can only show through violence.
It's like they had to get that out of their systems before they could truly team up, a necessary violent clearing of the air.
They emerge, battered, but basically okay.
Yeah.
And they get back to the TVA outpost, just as Paradox is explaining the Time Ripper.
Yeah, the mechanics. Twin feeds, matter and antimatter. To shut it down, someone has to create a circuit between them,
resulting in atomization.
Paradox makes it clear, this is matter and antimatter. They do not play nicely with each other. This is the ultimate price. No loopholes. Sets up the final sacrifice.
If Deadpool, ever the performer, makes this fake offer to do it. We survive anything. We're like cockroaches. Typical bluster.
But Logan's response, I could live with that. It's genuine. You feel the weariness, his desire for it to be over, shows a difference in where they started, but also hints where they're heading together.
And that final conversation between them, one of those powerful moments. Wade finally drops all the lies.
And Wolverine, showing this incredible empathy, pulls out Wade's crumpled photo, tells him he has a world to go back to. Logan admits, I got nothing, give me this.
It's pure self-sacrifice from Logan. After a life of regret, he finds purpose in saving someone else, even if it means oblivion for him. It's his real redemption.
Not just for his past mistakes, but for his whole lonely life.
Wade is just overwhelmed, says, "You were the best Wolverine."
Genuine emotion.
And then, in the ultimate heroic move, Deadpool knocks Logan out cold with a fire extinguisher, locks him out of the power room, accepts his own death.
Quips, because I'm Marvel Jesus. Or Spock? Hard to say. As like a prayer plays orchestrally, it elevates it, right? It nods to other big sacrifices. He's choosing to die so Logan can live.
He reaches for the anti-plasma tube, but he can't quite make the connection. His hand is just short. Looks like this is it.
But then, the twist. Wolverine smashes through the door. Mask torn, shirtless. Insanely ripped, apparently. And he joins Deadpool, extends his claws to complete the circuit. It's not just dramatic, it's symbolic. Logan, the ultimate loner, chooses to share this burden, face death together.
It's about found family, shared purpose, two broken guys becoming whole or maybe just complete through this mutual sacrifice.
Their combined effort is the sacrifice. And as the energy hits them, we see those flashbacks, Logan's regrets, Lemon believing in him, Wade wanting to matter, wanting Vanessa, Logan finding pride in being an X-Man again.
Shows everything that led them to this exact moment. The Time Ripper explodes, takes out Cassandra Nova.
Yeah.
But what about them? Leaves you hanging.
So the dust settles. The TVA outpost is a disaster zone, but the Time Ripper is gone. Paradox is relieved. The sacred timeline is safe, but he's putting on this show of sadness for the heroes he thinks got atomized.
Still playing the villain, right?
Yeah.
That cold, bureaucratic detachment.
Totally. But then, surprise, Deadpool walks out, arm draped over Logan's shoulder. Wolverine is shirtless, looking good enough to catch the eye of a TVA staffer with an still like me mug.
Paradox is stunned. How are you two still alive?
And Deadpool's answer is just perfect Deadpool. You put a Deadpool and a Wolverine together, make them hold hands while listening to Madonna. Indestructible motherfucker.
Huh. Sums up the whole thing, doesn't it? The weird partnership, the humor, their sheer bloody-minded resilience.
Then Hunter B-15 shows up. She quickly figures out Paradox went rogue with an unsanctioned Time Ripper.
So Paradox gets arrested. His little power trip is over. B-15 represents maybe a more ethical TVA, or at least less openly evil. Some accountability, finally.
And the real miracle, B-15 checks her handheld device. Wade's universe is regenerating.
She tells them, whatever you did here, you not only saved your world, you spared your timeline from extinction.
Huge moment for Wade. He actually did it. Saved his friends, proved Vanessa wrong in the biggest way possible. His whole quest to matter paid off by saving his reality.
And then Wade, showing how much he's grown, asks B-15 to help the other forgotten heroes back in the void.
That's big for him. Shows real empathy, responsibility. He's moved beyond just himself. And B-15 seems genuinely impressed, like she sees his heart. Maybe even chaotic good guys can change the system a little.
Wade makes one last educated wish. Can they fix Logan's timeline? Undo all that pain?
And B-15's refusal is so powerful. His past made him the man who did it. There's nothing to fix, Mr. Wilson.
Wow. Makes you think, doesn't it? Is acceptance about changing the past or embracing who you became because of it, scars and all?
The script seems to say Logan's suffering forged him into the hero who could make that sacrifice. Fixing it would cheapen his redemption. You gotta own your history, even the bad parts.
And just when it's getting heavy, Peter shows up in his own Deadpool suit. Peterpool.
Huh. Claiming Wade as homegrown, a local variant. Apparently, Peter's now famous among the other Deadpools because of Wade.
Delightful. Shows the ripple effect of Wade's chaos. Even Peter finds his own weird, heroic identity.
Then we get the shawarma scene. Wade and Logan just eating quietly, like the Avengers callback.
Logan even gives Wade a rare compliment. Says the Avengers would be lucky to have you.
And Logan's final words to Wade, I'll figure it out, I always do, with that tiny hint of a smile. As Joe Cocker plays, it seals their friendship. It's real now, built on trauma and respect. The lone wolf found a buddy.
The homecoming scene is just as touching. Wade brings Logan and Dogpool back to his apartment. All his friends are there, safe.
Logan meeting Blind Owl must be hilarious, but you feel the warmth of Wade's chosen family. This is what he was fighting for. Not cosmic stakes, but just this. Being with his people.
Wade's voiceover sums it up, mattering friendship, how people save each other in unexpected ways, that lingering shot on him and Vanessa.
Yeah.
There's hope there, right? Maybe a new start.
And that final image, the battered Deadpool and Wolverine masks side by side on the counter. perfect symbol. Two broken masks, two broken heroes who found something whole together.
The script closes out with Peter and B-15, apparently dating.
Looks like it. And B-15 mentions the lemon thing, confirming they rescued Laura X-23. A nice little promise that their good deeds have lasting effects, maybe more stories to tell. Leaves you with some hope.
Okay, so for our final provocative thought,
Yeah.
you got to talk about the post-credits scene.
Oh, absolutely. Pure Deadpool. It's CCTV footage from that prison truck, revealing Jonathan Byers' actual, unedited, incredibly foul-mouthed last words about Cassandra Nova.
It's just this final, hilarious, vulgar punchline. Reminds you that even after all the heart and redemption, this is still a Deadpool story. Chaotic, shocking, unforgettable.
So if we try and connect all this to the bigger picture, this whole deep dive, looking at the script, it really shows that heroism isn't just about having powers or, a perfect track record.
It seems to be profoundly about embracing your flaws.
Yeah.
Finding purpose in weird, uncomfortable places.
Exactly. And recognizing that even deeply broken people can find redemption, can find a way to matter when they choose to fight for something bigger than themselves.
This crypt manages to explore these deep themes. Self-worth, sacrifice, but through this lens of absolutely wild, irreverent humor. It feels unique and very human somehow.
It really does, and it leaves you wondering, doesn't it? About those TVA rules, the anchor beings, how many other realities might be held together by some unsuspecting person just living their life? What stands out to you about these very unexpected heroes, and how does this script maybe challenge your idea of what a hero even looks like?